an update on dialysis, an update on the finances, and an update on Dorian. All this and more in the next 30 seconds on Galactic Daily News. Good. It's morning here still in the lovely city of the Big Dresser. So good morning, folks, and welcome to Galactic Daily News. I am your friendly neighborhood host, Caermon. So let's see what's been going on here in the life of Caermon over the last day or so. Had dialysis yesterday. It was not. The needle stick was not as painful as they have been. Here's the proof of the dialysis. They do wonderful bandaging there. The lovely and talented Crystal did the needle stick. There are a number of nurses at the Fresenius Clinic here in High Point, and they're all wonderful people. They're friendly, warm, engaging, mostly. There are a couple that that I like a lot. But Crystal is the best sticker that's there. And she did my needle stick yesterday, and I wasn't screaming in pain when she did so. So that's a good thing. And then afterwards, for the next 4 hours, I just kind of sat there, tried to sleep, but it was one of those days where I couldn't really get any sleep in a continuous manner. I would drift off and then wake up, and then drift off and wake up. A couple of times, my restless limb syndrome woke me up because I'd be drifting off, and all of a sudden, sorry, bud, go lay down. And that's concerning because I'm supposed to keep this arm still, and normally I don't have an issue doing that. Except when my body decides to do things on its own and does things like So, but all in all, dialysis was okay. It went by fairly quickly, even though I couldn't sleep a lot. The one thing that I had an issue with yesterday didn't have anything to do with the dialysis itself. It had to do with our media. They have a TV which is specifically for each patient. And in most cases, you have a set of headphones to plop in. So I turned on TV yesterday just for kicks. I generally don't watch it because I consider watching TV for the most part just killing time. And when you kill time, you can't get it back. But considering the fact that I can't use one arm, and it's hard to do anything like type or write with just one hand. And I don't generally like to just, write these days. I prefer to type on a computer because, hey, that's what they're for. But I turned it on, and CNN was on. And I watched CNN for about 5 minutes. And I'm like, okay, well, let's see what else is on. So I'm scrolling through the channels. Nothing of interest is on. And then I come across Fox News. I'm like, all right, let's see what they've got here for a few minutes. I ended up watching Fox News for the entire 4 hours I was stuck in the chair. Not because I felt any special affinity for Fox News, not because I particularly like Fox News, but because I was just, it's like watching a horror show. You want to turn away, but you can't. So I watched Fox News for 4 hours, didn't learn a goddamn thing. Okay, for 4 hours they went over the same 3 items. Mostly the hurricane, the shooting in Texas, and There was something else too. Shows how good Fox News is. I don't even remember what else they did. But yeah, that's over and over the same items, over and over the same items. They had like 8 different people reporting on the hurricane, and they all said the same thing. They had like 4 of them stationed along the coast, in various spots. Let's go to Bob in Tallahassee, and let's go to Joe in coastal Georgia. Yeah, and basically it's just to show their reporter out there in the elements. That's the only reason they did that. Texas shooting. They talked to one of the. You guys are going to hear that, aren't you? They talked to one of the law enforcement officers there. They talked to a lot of the law enforcement officers there. They talked to witnesses. They talked to people who knew the victims. No information. No new information about it. All we know is that some guy in Texas shot a bunch of people. But they kept going back to it, kept going back to it, kept going back. It's part of their cycle. The one thing I did find interesting is when I first tuned in, they had one of the round table things they like to do. This apparently is a program they do every morning. I think it's called Outnumbered. And basically, what it looked like was a conservative black guy, which is how Fox News shows it's woke, I guess. And a liberal white chick, and 2, I guess, lookers-on, and a host. And the host would present an issue, and then the conservative and the liberal would each have a go at it. And the one that I caught, which was the one at the end, I guess, was gun control. And the conservative and the liberal both said the things you'd expect them to say. Now I found myself more on the conservative side than the liberal side, but that's just me. We'll get into gun control when I go over the Second Amendment in my Political Points broadcasts, which if you are a patron through Patreon, you'll be able to watch. If you're not, you won't. But yeah, they said the things you'd expect them to say. A couple of things struck me. One was that the conservative was a black guy, which, like I said, not saying there aren't conservative blacks. I know there are. Okay, I know a few. But it's just when a news station puts that in front of you, you know they're trying to signal something. And then the white chick, the liberal white chick, and it kind of voice that you really hate. And she sounded like a liberal college student who wanted really to be out there protesting something. Well, yeah, she talked like this. She had that kind of nasal voice that people really despise, and which I know a lot of people think that's a put on. I don't know. I have no opinion either way. It's just really annoying to listen to, and it wouldn't surprise me if Fox had done that on purpose. But anyway, that program went off, and and then Fox just went to regular news broadcast, which, like I said, was like 3 items over the next 4 hours. So I really didn't learn anything. But then again, the media is not there for you to learn something. Media is there to push their agenda, depending on which side of the political spectrum they fall. Anyway, so that that was dialysis. On to finance. Finances are still meh, not that great. I mean, I appreciate everything that you guys have done to pitch in for me. Right now, I'm looking at $360. I need about another $600, $650 in order to pay all the bills here. Today is the 4th. I need a rent by tomorrow, so I need at least another $400 by tomorrow. And then, of course, there's the electric, internet, cell phone. little things are falling out by the wayside. Things I don't necessarily need, but are quite helpful in my day-to-day living. A lot of you may or may not know that I'm a writer, and I've been trying to work on my writing in my spare time, which I have a lot of spare time now in between naps. I'm working on a science fiction book, and as such, I subscribe to Microsoft Word. And unfortunately, my bank account is underwater right now. And little by little, I'm trying to throw funds in there, little funds in there, to keep it active at least. But it is no longer accepting payment requests from things that generally got paid out of there. Microsoft is one of them. Pretty soon, my Adobe subscription will be one of them. And I know some of you may be thinking, well, what the fuck do you need those things for, Paul? Well, like I said, I'm a writer, so I kind of need things like Microsoft Word. And in building the world that I write in, I use things like Microsoft Excel. Don't use, what's the other one? Don't use PowerPoint all that much. I used to when I was working, because I would create PowerPoint presentations for work, but I'm not anymore, so I don't really use it. So I'm sure I could find a use for it if I wanted to. But Excel and Word are the two things I do use. And if I lose those, it's going to be hard for me to do my writing. Adobe, the Adobe subscription is so that I have access to Photoshop. What a lot of you may not know is that I'm also a photographer. I haven't done any real photography in a long time because of my illness, but I've got a backlog, a huge backlog, of photos that need to be processed. Photos that at some point I'm going to be looking for a way to package and sell to make some money. So I need Photoshop for that. Now I can get along without these things. Oh, also my what is it, $1 a month Apple storage subscription. We're having issues with that. But because all those things come directly out of my bank account, like I said, my bank account is currently underwater because of those things. Because they kept pulling them out. When the bank account was at 0 or below, and now it's way below, and now it's not accepting anything. So, but anyway, the major issue right now, rent and utilities. So I needed at least another $650 by the 5th, by tomorrow, to be able to pay rent and utilities. So anything you can do will be quite helpful. I'll tell you what, I'll be right back. Welcome back. The third thing we're going to update you on was Dorian. So I just watched the NOAA weather update from the NOAA director, who you would think, hey, he's the guy who knows. And pretty much here in the Triad, we're going to get some rain. Not a whole lot. Maybe a little wind. The coasts are going to get hammered. That's a thing. But other than that, not so much. Not a whole heck of a lot going on there with Dorian. Again, if you are in an area that needs to be evacuated and you need a place to go, I can fit 2, maybe 3 people if they're really close to each other here at Dergeheim. You're welcome to show up. Direct message me if something you're thinking of doing. Because I'll let you come in. Be aware, there's a dog here. He's a friendly dog, but there is fur all over the house. I fight it tooth and nail, but he sheds like there's no tomorrow. I've been wondering, in fact, if getting him groomed would help with the shedding issue. Because it seems to me that prior to a couple of years ago, he never really had this issue. But I don't know. I know that if I take him to a groomer, they'll go, oh yeah, this will help quite a bit. Here's, give me $50. But I want to know beforehand, because otherwise I don't have a reason to get him groomed. You know? But if it helps with the shedding, if it just, makes it so that for a couple of weeks I don't have to vacuum every 10 minutes, that would be helpful. Okay, I think that's it for now. The first of the Patreon only videos is already up. It's basically a background foundation on my political views. Rambling, I ramble a lot. Imagine that. Caermon rambles a lot in his videos. But now, videos coming after this are going to be focused on the Bill of Rights, First 10 Amendments, because I really feel that, well, you'll get my point of view on the Bill of Rights and whatever if you watch the videos. But you can only watch the videos if you're a Patreon. So go to patreon.com/Caermon, sign up for as little as $5 a month. And you can get some wonderful videos about our political process. If you're looking to donate in any other way, and please do donate, really need the funds. But if you're looking to donate in any other way, you can go to PayPal, and I'm there under Caermon at yahoo.com. You can go to let's see, what's the other? Patreon, PayPal, GoFundMe is good. You can go to GoFundMe, and the URL for that, which is 6 miles long apparently, they haven't figured out how to do tiny ones. URL for the GoFundMe will be on the screen and also in the show notes. But there's PayPal, Patreon, GoFundMe, and Cash App. That's the one I'm not thinking of. Cash App. Cash App is an app that you can download for your iPhone or Android cell phone. And I'm there under $Caermon. All right, so that's it for now. I'm sure I forgot something because, that's just the way my mind works. But in the meantime, thank you all for your support. Thank you for your coming support. Be cool.
Everybody be cool. You be cool.